Hi, my name's Brad Bateman and I'm the president of Randolph College, and I'm here today to welcome you to the 2021-22 academic year at Randolph. Normally we would be meeting today in Smith Auditorium for an opening convocation. There's lots of important work to do today and some important recognition to make of the faculty and their work with you. However, we're unable to meet together today. I want to say to you, quite frankly, I'm sick of COVID. I wish that this wasn't the case. I would like to not be speaking to you on Zoom. I would much rather be speaking to you in person. I would love to have that energy. I would love to be in the auditorium together, but that can't be. But if I'm sick of COVID, I'd also like to tell you what I'm not sick of, what I'm happy with. What I'm happy with is the way our community has stepped up to address COVID over the last year and a half. Last fall, we were unable to have any kind of meetings together. There were no students on campus. I'm happy to be back on campus together again, and I'm happy that we can spend time in the classroom, spend time together outside the classroom. However, we're going to have to live with restrictions for a while longer. I'd really like to be able to say to you with conviction, if we just wear our masks and socially distance for the next 3 or 4 weeks, everything will be okay and we'll be able to step back into where we were in May or June when it felt like things were beginning to open up again. I can't promise you when that'll happen, but I do know that you are committed to this community. You're committed to each other, and that means that we're committed to the safety and health of this community. So thank you for being vaccinated. Thank you for wearing your mask. Thank you for socially distancing. We're going to have to do this together for some more time. How much longer, we don't know, but let's do it right and get to the right place so that we can really enjoy each other's company and return to the campus we've always been. It's great to be starting a school year on campus again. It's great to be speaking to you today. Thanks very much for everything. It'll be a great year if we all step up and continue to work together. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Jalen Evans and I am the Student Government President for the 2021-2022 school year. Allow me to be one of many voices welcoming you back behind the red brick wall. The important things haven't changed. Our commitment to acting with honor, upholding traditions, and caring about our community. With that being said, a lot has changed. I'd like to offer advice to my fellow students as we begin this new school year. Incipient first years, welcome. You're embarking on a new, exciting phase of your life and educational career. With this comes new opportunities and new challenges. As someone who has been in your shoes, just know that you are not alone on this journey. You have the support of your faculty and staff, your upperclassmen, student government, and of course, each other. No man is an island, so be sure to reach out and make connections because these are the relationships that will carry you throughout your 4 years here. Beloved sophomores, although this is your second year with Randolph, it is your first year completely behind the red brick wall with the entirety of your class. For some of you, this is your first year ever stepping foot on campus, so don't be afraid or embarrassed to ask questions, whether that be, where is Nichols Theater, or why are there seniors screaming at a post? Don't be hard on yourself. You all navigated your first year either partially or completely online, and now you're acclimating to another new environment. Take advantage of all Randolph has to offer, but be sure to take time for yourself as you get accustomed to this new way of living. Precious juniors, you all are in a strange state where you left as first years and are coming back now as upperclassmen. You've had a little over a semester of the true Randolph experience, yet you find yourselves needing to know everything and be a mentor and role model for your younger peers. Now is an opportunity to reignite the spark you had as young, shining first years. I encourage you all to get back into the clubs and activities that you began discovering during your first year and continue your exploration of yourself and the Randolph community. My fellow revered seniors, welcome back home. It's been a rough couple years. For some of us, We left from behind the red brick wall as sophomores, and we're coming back now for our last year here. Looking back, we likely never imagined that our college experience would look anything like this. But here we are, and we ought to make the most of it. Although our upperclassmen have graduated without traditional goodbyes, we have to step into their vacancies and be what they were to us, to our underclassmen. It's our last year here. Let's make the most of it. Everyone, now that we are all back together, I challenge you all to change your mindset from just surviving to thriving. Go to that random club event. Stay up all night laughing with your friends. Ask that burning question in class, because you don't know if you'll have another chance to do any of this. Stay safe, take care of yourself and each other, and enjoy this school year. Thank you.
It is a great personal honor to be able to announce the winners of our 3 faculty awards. The Catherine Graves Davidson Award, the Catherine Graves Davidson Scholarship Award, and the Gilly A. LaRue Distinguished Teaching Award. It is entirely appropriate at this hour of convocation that we hold up these examples of excellence among us. The Catherine Graves Davidson Award was established in 1975 in honor of Trustee Emerita Catherine Graves Davidson, class of 35. The award has been made possible by gifts from Mr. and Mrs. J. Wilson Newman in recognition of the services rendered to private education by Mrs. Davidson and her husband, Frank G. Davidson. It is given annually to a faculty member who has brought distinction to the college. The recipient is chosen by a committee of Lynchburg alumni in consultation with the provost of the college. This year's recipient has brought distinction to the college through conspicuous recent contributions and as a matter of habit over years of service and scholarship. She has been a prime mover in our unique partnership with The Listening and played a central role as a board member and Randolph community member to bring our region's first Freedom School, which just enjoyed its second iteration on the Randolph College campus this summer. She has been engaged as a scholar and friend to the Tin Bridge Hill community and has been active with the Lynchburg Neighborhood Database Initiative. In the academic sphere, this year's recipient has served as external program reviewer for several sister institutions, and closer to home has served on multiple search committees, most recently the Sponsored Programs Officer Search. Faculty will likely recognize her most for her heroic efforts on behalf of the faculty through the pandemic in her role as Social and Behavioral Sciences Division Head. Please join me in congratulating the 2021 winner of the Catherine Graves Davidson Award, Catherine E. and William E. Thorson Chair of Economics, Professor Elizabeth Perry Sizemore. The Catherine Graves Davidson Scholarship Award, also in honor of our former trustee, and also made possible by gifts from Mr. and Mrs. J. Wilson Newman, is designed to call attention to the importance of scholarship, which we understand to take a variety of forms, including research, performance, and creative activity. The recipient is chosen from among nominees by a faculty committee in consultation with the provost. This award is now in its 12th year and is only beginning to plumb the depths of merit to be found among our faculty. Committees continue to make difficult decisions among highly accomplished nominees. This year's recipient is just that, with an extended history of presentations, publications, and book-length works. She has reviewed and juried countless grants, awards, and dissertations over the course of her career. Her current works in progress promise to make for an extremely busy sabbatical this year and contribute still more to our understanding of practice and discovery in archaeology, particularly conducting and reporting on field work, which she has directed and often shared with student co-researchers. Please join me in congratulating the Catherine Graves Davidson Scholarship Award winner, Catherine E. and William E. Thorson Chair of Humanities, Professor Susan Stevens. The Gilly A. LaRue Distinguished Teaching Award was established to honor Gilly LaRue for her amazing contributions to the college. She was a student here in 1900 and returned to teach mathematics for 46 years. She also served as Dean of the College for 4 years. This is the oldest of our awards for faculty, having been first presented in 1968. The recipient is selected by the Provost in collaboration with a committee of former recipients and is based on student nominations. This year's honoree is fast becoming a go-to faculty member where dedication and attention to teaching are at a premium. Her students laud her in emphatic terms in their evaluations of her teaching, both in terms of her profound knowledge of her subject area and her adept management of inclusive and inviting class discussion. She is credited with a keen sense of fairness and an ability to present and explain complex concepts. Presenting the LaRue Award to this colleague is especially gratifying to me because she is the first faculty member I hired in my role as Dean of the College. As I hoped then, and as I know now, in the words of one of her students, quote, "Past and future students are lucky to have her." Please join me in congratulating this year's Gilly A. LaRue Distinguished Teaching Award winner, Professor Kaya Mortensen. It's also my distinct pleasure and honor, while I have the podium, to introduce the new full-time faculty. This year we have 3 new faculty members. Professor Beth Gafford. Professor Gafford is joining us as a visiting professor of education and holds the Bachelor of Science from the University of Virginia in Health and Sports Medicine. She holds the Master of Arts in Teaching from Randolph College in Special Education and an Education Specialization from Grand Canyon University, from New York University in K-12 Leadership, and is currently working on her Doctorate of Education at the University of Virginia. Professor Stephanie de Richard. Professor Richard is joining us as a visiting assistant professor of psychology and holds the Bachelor of Science from Virginia Polytechnic and State University in psychology, the Master of Arts from the University of Central Florida in clinical psychology, and the Doctorate of Philosophy from the Chicago School of Professional Psychology in international psychology and trauma. Professor Marie Zvazik. Professor Zvazik is joining us as a visiting assistant professor of dance and holds the Bachelor of Fine Arts from the Juilliard School of Dance and the Master of Fine Arts from Sarah Lawrence College in Dance. As you can see, these additions to our community come well credentialed. I can assure you they are equally eager and adept as classroom teachers. Please help me extend them our warmest welcome. Thank you.